but doesn't like me to match with your main.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think so. It seems that way, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. Let me just pause this. All right.
I'm just going to be using whatever balls I can scrounge up.
That's not good.
Is what it is. I'll get more from the tournament.
So, what do you want to do tonight?
Talk about stuff. What did you just do?
I was trying to do a shot that I needed to have an APOC to do. I needed more curl.
Oh, forgot you're using your,
I just wanted to see if it would work. What's up, Brendan? What's up, Adam? Welcome, guys. Also, Adrian. Welcome. What's up, Steven? What's up, Graham? How are you guys? Graham, I think it was you that messaged me. That's fine if you want to add me. What's up, Brian? Welcome, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, because I was screwed. All right. We're both gonna have to chip.
Pull out every single toy he just got for his birthday.
What's up, Brandy? Welcome. Brett. Thought you were with your in-laws, but that works.
What's up, everybody? We're just playing.
Yeah, that's fine, Graham.
Oh, crap.
Brandy, what are you guys doing since PUBG is down?
PUBG is down?
Yeah, they do maintenance for 8 hours. Do what?
So what are they going to do with themselves?
Yeah, what are you and Travis doing? Dying a little inside? Is the new map coming out on this update? Can't do it.
Figure out how to get it up there. It's going to be head moving.
Nah.
Short.
Did they're asking if you hit 24 billion?
I am currently at 24.1.
24.1. What did you make it your mission last night to get to 24?
Yeah, after I got back the crap I lost playing you.
Well, that had to almost get you there, right?
Well, you wouldn't almost get me there because I lost more than I gained playing you, so...
No! Give me a break. It stopped. Alright, so... Somebody throw us a topic here. Something they want to see us do. Try and do. Geoffrey needs to do, I'm saying this, no one said this yet, but I think he should do some impressions. What do you think, Geoffrey?
I think I can whip some out later.
What is anybody going to play their round tonight or this morning, depending on where you're living? What's up, Jeremy? Welcome. Hook and slice shots. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Okay. I like that.
Hook and slice shots?
They want to see hook and slice shots, which I think means we need to play with basic balls. I think that's what needs to happen, Geoffrey.
Spencer, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, you don't have any balls, right?
I have plenty of balls.
All right, let's go with basic balls. I think hook and slice shots is perfect with basic balls.
Well, do you have quasars and navigators still?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try and play this. I'm gonna try and play this exactly like you play it.
A little bit more. There you go. Now adjust exact 10.3. No overpower and about, 10% to the right. Yep.
Hit it great, but it should be okay.
Yeah, watch what happens.
Oh, a little far. But that's not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad.
I tried to steal your shot.
It's a little different with the ball that I'm using because it's got some extra distance, so I gotta set it back a bit more.
Yeah, I hear you. What's up, Niels? Welcome in.
I go 5 right and 4.5
Daniel,
down.
welcome in. Oh, you're gonna go 5. I went 4, so I should have. Well, is it just because of the severity of the wind?
I usually go 4, but see where the bounce is right now?
Yeah.
That's about where you want it, and then I go down 12.2 like this, and then I go right to the edge, and I go to the right, about right here. Should be okay.
Brett is with the in-laws, so hopefully Brett won't be the one to mute us. I think you.
No, he said he was gonna stream it to his in-laws' big screen television.
We're gonna be close. I don't know what we were at. Oh. All right, basic balls.
Let me see what I got.
Geoffrey's turning into a. I was gonna say something super nerdy there.
No, I'm just saying if we go basic ball, all that's going to turn into is me hitting shit all over the place and making a gigantic donation to the Spencer needs to be where I'm at in coins fund.
All right, Quasar. It's got to be a Quasar on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hook and slice every shot because I'm screwed at this.
Well, we can play it if necessary, but...
All right, so what I do is I visualize the 10.2 before I take my shot. With this one, it's 15-ish rings. But I think since we're going out over the water, we need a little extra, and I'm going to reverse curl it just a tad.
That should be okay if it catches. There you go.
All right, I got to think of how to describe what I was doing quicker.
Well, let's see here. I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay. So Daniel says I'm having issues with Tour 11's shootout headwind with the driver. The one with the pin all the way on the left can't get close anymore.
Oh, you mean the big sweeping
The banana?
one?
Are you talking about the banana left hole? Yeah, they screwed something up. I don't know how long ago that was, but Anna left. I will tell you what I think is happening, Daniel, if we get that shootout. But they changed something. The island hole. Yeah, they changed something on that hole. I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, I think.
What do you mean by change something?
It's checking up a lot more. It didn't used to check up as much as it used to. With headwind.
The only thing I've noticed is that it's catching with backspin.
Yeah,
so
bad.
Like there are some holes where there's no headwind or tailwind, it's just straight side wind, where you would use maybe like 2 or 3 backspin. It's catching up. So now instead of using 2 or 3 backspin, I might use none or 1 in backspin, and it'll make it through it. You just gotta play a little bit more of a bump and run style. A little bit more bump and run, but
4.
that'll be okay.
What is the best ball for Tour 7? 1v1 tour, play shootouts, lost 5 in a row yesterday. I don't know if the ball is necessarily your problem in Tour 7, Aaron. What clubs are you? What wood are you using in Tour 7? Yeah, Brett's right. You need the Guardian in Tour 7 for sure, if that's not what you're using. What's up, Kenneth? Welcome, man. If I missed anybody, sorry.
What's funny is, like, you know the formula. I know the micro adjustment. It's 1 ring or 1 cup out for every 3 mile per hour, and I adjust the micro adjustment, and I'm like, no, that's too much. That's too much. And don't trust it.
Yeah.
And then I hit my shot, and it goes exactly where it would have gone had I just made the frickin' adjustment. Like, seriously, I adjusted like 3 cups out, and I needed more like 5, and I missed 2 cups to the left. I'm like, this is stupid. Just trust it.
Daniel, are you talking about the slope to the right hole?
Oh, here you go.
No, I think he's talking about something else. They screwed something else up on this hole, dude. It was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I swear, since I've been playing this game, they've done like, I don't know, it's like every few months they do a physics adjustment. It pisses me off.
Yeah, they do some interesting things from time to time. I don't know if that's going to make it. Or if it's going to... Nope. That'll be like 5 yards out, 6 yards out.
It's alright. I'm going to try and play it the way that I play it, and it's probably going to screw up.
I guess 5 or 6 yards out, and it's 5.5. I'm like, happy medium. Yeah. That's my biggest thing, is like, I don't play with the quasars and navigators and that stuff a lot. So trying, like, the amount of power, like if your club comes in, like if you're using a ball that has like more power, and so it starts, like, your landing zone is kind of more mid-flight, you have to adjust back to land something versus something that's more max power, the actual bounce will be more stretched out the weaker the ball. So you have to kind of figure out which spin adjustment you need.
Aaron, yeah, keep the Guardian. I don't think there's really any reason to use any of the other clubs on Tour 7. I know that the Guardian 6 is slightly inaccurate. It gets a lot more accurate at 7, but I'm telling you, that's the one that you want to use. And yes, the free to play is I'm in Tour.
Well, Spencer, remember too, a lot of people will pick and choose a club, especially a wood. Like, I know the Sniper has this incredible ball guide and all this other stuff. For some tours, like 7 and things like that, you need to use a wood that has stopping power. Okay, you don't have to use something that is going to like get it in the hole. You need to use something that is going to make sure that you get close to the hole, so it's an easy putt. And there's a lot of people that will pick the Sniper on certain tours because it's, you know, ridiculously accurate or whatever, but they don't need to. What you need is stopping power. That's why the Guardian is better on certain holes in the tournament.
I need to actually describe a hook slice shot the next time I do it. I burned a berserker on Scruffy. That was crazy.
You burned a berserker on Scruffy.
Yeah, I don't have very many. I don't have very many, dude. And I damn near screwed it up.
Oh, you don't have that many?
You use the Sniper on Tour 7? Yeah, it's not that you can't use it, Sean.
You just have to play it differently.
It's just, I think the Guardian on 7 is just specifically 7 is superior, but it's not that you have to. Oh, Geoffrey can get this one. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do another. There's no real advantage to this though. I'm gonna try to do a reverse hook shot here. But I totally visualize these. I don't do any ring thing.
You still have enough of yourself left.
And plus I'm trying to hit like a microscopic amount of fairway, so it's going to be really hard. Yeah, it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know that trying like hook shots and slice shots are fun, but at the same time, I only use them if I feel that it's like really necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't just do them to be cool. And a lot of players will, you know, but it's out there. I'm guesstimating this. I'll go right about here.
Yeah, Ian, I usually do 15 rings for the roughly 14, 15 rings for the slice with the or the slice of the hook with a level 5 and 6 Thor's hammer. Actually, the 14, 15 works for both the Thor's hammer and the APOC level 6 and 5
I don't know about
and 4.
The 5.
It works for
APOC,
it works for the
rings, and APOC 7 is 20.
Yeah, it works for that too.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to try to throw it past and bring it back?
Try.
I don't know, Spencer. How about you just try to give me some trophies back?
I probably did this time.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I'll hook and slice the next drive as best that it allows, and try and describe.
I mean, I do it. I just do it when it's necessary, or I think I could, get some advantage from it. I posted a video in Elite of me going at that par 4 with the tree in the middle, and I almost hit the pin, dude. It was an easy chip from the rough behind the green.
You're using the sniper on Tour 11, thinking about switching to the Cat 6. To be honest, Stefan, I would switch to the Guardian before you make a switch from the sniper. Just mainly because currently with Tour 11 the way that it is, the Guardian is a pretty much superior club. What the hell is this?
Yeah, I would agree with that, Spencer. I would agree with that.
This is a bunch of crap.
Is it a bunch of crap? I don't even know what ball I'm going to use.
Oh, you still have some strikers? You have some kingmakers.
Yeah. It just doesn't have what I want.
Brett, why do you change your adjustment for a slice or hook with headwind versus tailwind?
What's the question?
No, Brett's just saying what he does. I'm asking him why he does that.
Oh.
Come on, Spencer. You best use that K-maker.
Oh, you bastard.
Using the Titan ball? You sissy son of a bitch.
Oh, man. Alright, so I'm going to try and visualize the 13.5. I'm going to then adjust my 15 rings and reverse curl it.
You see, that's what Spencer likes to do. He likes to visualize the shot. But me, I just like to visualize Spencer with his shirt on.
Oh my god, that's horrible. This is awful. This is unbearable.
That's nice. Put your ass back here.
I'm trying to get backspin. I'm trying to get my backspin with Thorn 7 adjustment key because it keeps going short with the bounce and gets really close. That is it harder? Yeah. Ian, so what happens is when if are you using a full backspin shot, Ian? Yeah, because the more backspin that you use and the more wind that there is, you shit.
Gotcha.
The more backspin that you use and the more wind that there is, the more that the second bounce is severely affected by it. So even like almost minimum. Let's see.
It's especially more like what Spencer just said. Like if you have headwind and you use backspin, it's gonna lay up a lot shorter than you'd think. Like a lot shorter. So if you have like a rough wedge or your sand wedge or something like that, and you're hitting into a headwind, you have to add at least 50% to your shot, in my opinion. At least 4 in the air and come up a lot shorter. And then that backspin is going to be a whole bunch more as well.
That was in otherwise. That was in. That's a bunch of crap.
Dude, a perfect would have made it.
I know. That's what I said. It was in. It was in. It was in. It was in. No.
I wish it were more live than it is, because I can hear you react to your shot before I see the result.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
I'm hoping for it to go in, and then you're just like, oh, and I just have to watch the horror.
The horrors unfold, or vice versa. When I just kind of chuckle to myself, you know that it went in.
Yeah. So this one, shit, man, I wish there was at least like a side wind, but there's not.
Okay, so I'm going back to yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep using this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go sticks up, left, and it rolls through. So I'm gonna put it about right here, and then
Yeah, I would use the Guardian 6 Aaron. The Guardian 6 is when the Guardian gets good because it has full backspin. Yeah, and that's, thank you, Graham, for answering his question. You don't have to continue if you don't like the club. You don't have to. I'm obviously, a lot of people know somebody who would tell you to use the damn club everywhere. Because I think the backspin is more useful than any amount of topspin. But yeah. So I'm gonna do this again, just because this time we're gonna zip the hell out of this. So I'm gonna visualize the 11.3. Go. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my center point. I'm going to my outer ring. That's 5. And then I'm going to the edge of my other bullseye, which is 15 right there. And then I'm gonna almost not curl this one. Oh, and I released late though. That's not good. Just trying to decide how much curl to put on it. It didn't matter. I like going this side because you have a chance at getting an easy eagle on this side. Not a great one, but you do have a chance.
Yeah, those wiffle balls are only for golfing, kiddos. I picked up my son tonight, and he and his sister are playing. So,
Daniel. What's up, Ollie? Welcome, man. So I did not get lucky, and I didn't get the wind. I could see it from Geoffrey's shot. But if you get a bunch of tailwind, you can make this shot on the next go around. I also forgot that I had the sniper, which is a problem.
Hey guys, you both get a controller, and I need you to be quiet, okay? Everybody wants to hear Spencer teach him how to hit shots. They don't want to hear your Mario Kart. Even though Mario Kart is freaking awesome.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh no.
So I'm in trouble now if I get headwind, which I think I did. I got headwind. I'm in trouble.
Oh crap. Okay, so there's a couple options on this one. Some people try to bounce it here, but look at the ball guide line.
It jumps.
See how it's wonky? So I go down here, where it's really consistent, and then I adjust so that my line is aiming at the hole. On this one, I don't care about getting it in the hole. I really don't. I just want to make an easy putt. It's playing it safe, and if it goes in, that's cool, but you do not want to go long on this hole. Like, ever.
Geoffrey, you need to be watching the stream so you can answer this question. He says, how come y'all tee Tour 11 and not Tour 10 for practice for the tournament?
Because you can kiss my ass. That's my answer. I hate Tour 10 with a passion. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I will not play it. I decided to break my own rule, and I played Spencer on our last stream on Tour 10, and it took me an entire day to get friggin' 8 games back.
Okay, so I'm gonna do another hook shot here. So we visualized our 10. I can't tell you a ring adjustment, unfortunately, for this. If somebody can give me one, then I can tell you what one is. And I'm going to slightly reverse curl this, just slightly. Just because I don't need to get around that corner as sharply as it would give me. Oh, I did. I'm surprised. It's 20 rings. It's 20 rings, Tim says. It's 20 rings.
Wait, 20 rings went where you wanted it to go just now?
20 rings to do a hook shot with the Nirvana. Or a slice shot. They're asking, will you do tour... Will you do... They're asking if you do Tour 9.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done Tour 9.
No, will you do Tour 9?
The only tour, in my opinion, that is fundamentally stupid and flawed is Tour 10. Because it's the shootouts. Like, the holes, yeah, you got to play them well to win them. Get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole, get in the hole. Nice shot, Spencer.
Thank you, man.
It's like the shootouts on Tour 10, they are lottery holes in my opinion. And I've heard people talk about you got to hit it right. Yeah, I get that, but there are certain parameters of a good if, like, you don't have to hit it perfect, you just have to hit it good enough. You will get close to the hole every single time. And so if you hit it good enough and your opponent hits it good enough, it is complete and utter BS luck to see who gets inside of 2 yards the closest. Basically, that's my opinion on it. That's not going to change. It just is what it is. I've played enough of it to know that it's crap in my opinion. I hope this gets close.
Yeah, I'll elaborate on it. Because I kind of have been doing this.
Does that make sense though? You don't have to hit it perfect. You just have to hit it great enough.
Yeah,
There's 5 ways
it makes sense.
Shoot out, and it'll get close. It's all about the bounce that you get. It's about if you clip the rough or don't clip the rough. Do you get a decent bounce off the fringe? Do you not? And at what angle is it rolling in? And so you have a lot of people that play the shootouts in Tour 10 very consistently well, but you always see complaints about losing by half a yard or a quarter of a yard just because of some minuscule bounce because your opponent hit it better good enough. You know what I mean? There's too much luck with the rollout in that get in the hole. There's too much luck associated in that. That's
I think the bullseye is not a square. There's 4 freaking arrows on the bullseye. Brett, do I need to mute you?
Is Brett being a turd?
Yeah, he's being a turd.
I needed one more tick of overpower on that shot, and it would have gone in.
Probably.
I landed half a yard short, and I knew at the moment it hit.
Oh, it's my shot.
We could probably have some fun with this shot.
Okay, so Ollie, I'm gonna just describe it on this shot. Oh, I can't.
No, it's just straight sidewind. Just play it out.
I gotta play it out, yeah.
Yeah, guys, like, we'll do the hooks and slices for you. I absolutely promise, but you have to have the right wind for them. Otherwise, it's just stupid. We're not going to show you how to do something that you would never freaking do in regular play. That's just dumb. Like, the point of the streams is to really just...
Ooh.
It's not to tickle you pink. It's to, make sure that you guys are actually, like, learning how to best play this, because I got a lot of people that, you know, they bust their ass to get 150 million in coins so they can jump into Tour 11 and they play 5 matches and get their shit pushed in, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna use one of these and I'm gonna hole out on you.
I don't know why. Dude, if you would, I would give you every Kingmaker in this bag if you would give me every one of those.
I'm not gonna give you every one of those. I'm just saying that when the offer was available, I bought every one of those.
I gotcha.
I saw the stats and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna stock up on those.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel. Yeah. What he said. What does the ball do when you go overpowered? When you're at max distance, does it go further, or is the bounce bigger? Yeah. So here's what happens. That's kind of weird, Daniel. Let me take this shot and I'll tell you.
The shot gets stretched out a lot. So if you get like a straight power and full top spin, like you're trying to bomb that ball as far as possible, your shot will get really, really stretched out. Even in headwind, your shot will get stretched out because of the amount of top spin and power you're putting on it. So when the ball lands, it's going to lurch forward. It's going to jump more forward. But yeah, especially with tailwind, that's why you'll have some people that wonder why they went too long. That's just because your shot gets really stretched out. And so a lot of the knowledge, for example, in Tour 11 is knowing, hey, if I've got, you know, there are certain holes that are par 5s where you know if you have wind that's 14 miles per hour or more, you're going to fly too far. So you have to take some off of it, things like that. There's little pieces of information that you learn kind of as you play it, or you learn because we'll show you. But yeah, your shot will get really stretched out. See, I'm gonna go 2 cups.
Later, Graham. Thanks for joining, man. We'll see you next time.
See you later, Graham.
All right, so I don't even know what you just said. I was not paying attention, but basically, you can curl more. Tim asks if you can curl more. I don't know, Tim. I don't know on that one. All I know is that, like topspin and backspin, the longer your ball's in the air, the more effect that they have. So the farther that they go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With tailwind, full overpower shot, you're keeping the ball in the air longer, so it's going to carry longer. In headwind, it's going to hit higher, so your ball won't fly as far, which is why if you use topspin, it'll kind of lurch forward, but the ball guide kind of lies in headwind and full overpower.
And a prime example of that, I don't know if any of you guys played the Masters tournament for the touchdown tournament. On the touchdown tournament, when you could bomb that par 4 with a full backspin shot with a APOC 6, you would think that the backspin would not be able to stop it in time with 18-mile-an-hour tailwind. But because the ball is in the air for so damn long, the backspin actually had a significant effect when it hit right before the fairway on that weird par 4 on Asia Pacific, and was able to still stop in time.
I'm going to try this approach.
I don't know, Ian. Yeah, I think that he's right. They would probably have to pay for that. It would be kind of cool, I guess. It would be actually kind of interesting to play real courses in this game to see how it would react.
What did you just say, Spencer?
Ian asked if they would ever have PGA-type courses similar to real-life holes.
Like Myrtle Beach or Augusta or...
Yeah, something to that nature.
That could be fun. I mean, I live I live in like the Tacoma area of Washington, and the U.S. Open a couple years ago was held at Chambers Bay. That's like a 20-minute drive from my house. It would be cool to actually have a course in the game modeled after some of these, you know. Oh, you're gonna beat me, you jackass. Nice shot, though.
Thanks, man.
So, I hope that makes sense, like with the question that you asked about overpower and stuff like that.
Yeah, did we actually, whoever answered or asked that question, did we actually answer that question, if it makes sense?
Spencer and I are easily distracted.
Yeah, very easily distracted. Who's camping while streaming?
Holy crap, I can't believe I hit that person.
What did you just do?
Man, I hate those roulette balls, dude.
Oh yeah, those roulette balls suck.
When Playdemic came out and said that the speed of the arrow going back and forth is entirely dependent on the club that you use and not the ball, I was like, that is such a crock of crap. And then you had that one dude, I forget who did it. If somebody remembers who did it, please name him. Who actually filmed a whole bunch of clubs, like his driver, like full overpower with different balls, and he recorded them all side by side. It's the same exact club, but depending on the ball he was using, the cursor was either going much faster or much slower. And I don't know how they can say what they said when the roulette ball has one of the fastest cursors in the game. Nice shot.
Thanks, man. I didn't even describe what I was doing.
You lined up like you were going to hit it right, and then you lined up and looked like you were going to hit it wrong, and then you hit it right, and it went in a good spot.
John's asking, do you still think that the needle moves slower on that whatever thing that you're using, the off-roader? A couple of people have done.
Yes. Yes. I do.
Turbo and roulette balls are as fast as basics. I agree.
Yeah, the turbos are really fast, but in my opinion, they're not as fast or as bad as the roulette. The roulette is the worst I've seen so far, in my opinion.
They want side by side video. We should try and do that. We should try and make a video of them side by side.
Yeah. You know, we should do that. Let's do that after the tournament packages get launched tonight. Because I'm gonna get some gems. It'll be the first gems I bought in a little while, but I'll get some of the new balls. Why don't we go through some of the balls that we have, and then
Oh, he wants an off-roader video too.
An off-roader video?
Yeah, because he says that don't you think that the needle is slower?
Yeah, it is by a little bit, but it's smoother. Okay. So
you think it's smoother?
How when I pull back all the way, you see how everything shakes like hella hard. Some of the other balls, they don't really do that. They don't do that as much. It's like the roulette is bad, but on the off-roader, I noticed that it moves a tiny bit slower, and it's just smoother. Okay, like out of 10 shots with my Nirvana, I would hit perfect maybe five times, 6 times on a good day. With the off-roader, I've noticed I'm hitting perfect 8 out of 10. And the only way I can describe that is that it's a little bit slower and smoother, and I'm able to time it better. It feels slower. It feels smoother.
So basically what you're saying is 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah, but now 80 or 90% of the time it works every time. There's a difference. I'm saying there's a difference. It's subtle, but it's noticeable. I mean, I have never, ever in playing Golf Clash, ever holed out with the Nirvana as much as I have with the off-roader. Ever.
They're I think they're roasting you.
That post hasn't been made yet, so fuck off. What are they roasting this time?
They says maybe because you want to play with all your level 7 epics show off.
Oh, that's not a roast. That's just a fact.
Is Daniel? It was you. It's this one, yeah. Okay, so I play this in like 900 different ways. I always play it with a Titan spin to the right, though. That's just because I used to always play with Titans. And with this type of wind, I try and use the little right side that kicks you to the right. It's not a very large adjustment, although this is full headwind, so it will be almost. And then I am not going to curl. No! Well, now I can't. It's crap. That'd have been pretty close otherwise. You can't hit great on this one because it, depending on where you hit, you get kicked either harder to the right or harder to the left.
And not to put Spencer down here because he plays and he beats my ass on a regular basis. Spencer, real quick, don't let me forget that other point. Just say, don't forget your other point. I'll remember what it is.
All right.
But that last hole, I play it landing in the center where I use right curl because I might be off a little bit here and there. Okay, but I am, see, here, hang on. That's 14. It's going to go like out there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, about right there. Maybe about right there, maybe? I don't know. Let's wing it. I'm hitting the woods, folks.
Good God. I hope this works. Holy crap. I can't do that, so I'm not even going to try. But I will try and take a normal hook shot or slice shot.
Well, just go the other way.
Actually,
go full right and like 5 up, and then play the curl from left to right.
oh my God, 17 in wind.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm going to visualize the 17 in wind, which is a huge amount. Because I should probably clear that bunker. And then I'm going to go 15.
Do it!
I released late.
No, you should be fine. Come on. Turn, baby, turn.
I thought I was going to clear that bunker.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Love how that reemerges from the woods.
But what I was saying is the reason why that last shootout, why I play it the way that I do with right curl, is because even if I'm a little bit off, it's always around that like 2-yard mark. Even with a bad shot, it's like 4 yards maybe. And that's what you want, is just consistently good. I'm gonna miss this. That's what you want, is consistently good. Oh, I got it. And so I'm not putting Spencer down. I'm just saying he played a shot where if you hit it great to the right, it ends up kind of being too far right. And if you hit it great to the left, you're basically out. It flies like a dead straight ball and it doesn't go anywhere. So I'll play something that if I hit it great left or great right, I should be inside that 3-yard circle all the way around the hole regardless. That's why I play it the other way. I've tried a few different lines, and the most consistent way for me was just playing it the way that I did. If that makes sense. Dude, get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there.
That would not have been a bad shot for if you didn't eagle.
Uh-huh. Ben, did you ever see the video where I hold out from that bunker with the sniper?
Yeah, I did. With the
big old hook shot?
Yep.
I gotta see if I can go back and find that. The thing I didn't want to forget. You know something I would like for Playdemic to do, Spencer? They don't have to do it for everybody, like across the board, but I would love to have at least friends. If you're on each other's friends list, you can see your ratio versus one another.
What of what?
Not just in friendlies. I'm talking not just in friendlies, like I'm talking all the time. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know, because I was not listening. I got distracted.
No, when you play friendlies with your friends, it'll let you know, Spencer's 110 and Geoffrey's 15. It has that ratio of how many games you've played against each other and who's won more.
Oh, like in tour play. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Friendly matches. I wish that they would do that in tour play.
Yeah, I got you.
As well, because I would really love to, because, I honestly believe that you and I, Spencer, are like right
almost
around that
dead
50-50 mark.
Yeah, I got you. I agree.
And to have that info would be pretty good, because I'm sure there are other players that come out and, there's players that they beat on a regular basis, and there's players that they lose to on a regular basis, so... Why? That wind was jacked up, Spencer. You hit a fantastic shot. Get in the hole. Ugh.
If we... Oh, it would be cool if we could watch our friends play tournaments. Yeah, Aaron, that would be kind of cool.
Well, you can. It's called streaming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I stream it so you guys can see it. But if you could actually watch...
That's my smart-ass comment for the day. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. If we could actually watch each other play, that would be pretty cool, actually.
It'd be really cool. Oh, I have a question for everybody I'd like opinions on.
Shoot, Geoffrey.
What does everybody think about when your opponent is taking their shot, that you can actually see what adjustments they're making spin-wise on the ball. I believe that should go away.
You're wishing that people couldn't see the spin on people's balls?
Yeah. So, like, you have your B-52, so I'm going to watch where you land it, and I'm going to watch you go 2 down and 1 left. So if you missed it a little bit to the right or something, I'll say, okay, I'm going to go 2 down and 2 to the left. The fact that I can see what you're doing to adjust, and I can see how you miss it or make it, means that I can then copy or alter what you did so that maybe I can benefit more from the shot.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. At least in the shootouts.
You went 2 down, 1 left, okay? You went 2 down, 1 left, and you landed right about here. Two down.
I actually decided to go 2.5, by the way, after the fact.
I'm gonna play it my own way, but you see what I mean? Like, you could
totally copy it.
Very easily. You could very easily do that. Oops. That sucked.
Brett, that was a mistake. They didn't. That was a mistake, dude. I remember when they did that a long time ago. They took away the spin shot. They came out and said that was just an accident, and then they fixed it. I don't know how I feel. I don't totally agree with you guys. Maybe they should remove it in, like, Tour 11, but I think in any other tour, it should be allowed that you can see your opponent's shot.
Well, I mean, it doesn't emulate real golf, and I know this isn't real golf, but it's not like... I mean, the only thing you get in real golf is I can tell if my opponent is setting up to hit a slice or a fade or whatever, but I can't tell anything beyond that or how they're going to play a hole. You know, and in this game, for top-level players like you and I, Spencer, it doesn't, like, we kind of know how we're going to play it regardless of anybody else. But there are players 2 or 7 and below that are still kind of in that learning curve that can watch somebody set up and hit a great shot, and then they can kind of copy it and do that. And I don't essentially know if that's fair to the person who has to go first. I get it. To me, it doesn't seem to be the most fair for the person who has to go first, especially in a shootout. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, if it doesn't go away, it's not like I'm going to cry about it, but I see it possibly having a negative impact for mid-level players.
How about if your opponent's ball is further away, they should... They should have the next shot, not you. I don't know how they could do it, you guys. I guess the reason I don't care anymore is, and maybe this is just me, but, like, for a little while, you know, I didn't want to stream because I was like, oh, well, I want the advantage and I don't want to show people what I'm doing. But I think that, I'm talking about tournaments now, but I think that it's beneficial to share knowledge because I think I think people have gotten a lot better at this game because we do share knowledge and we give each other ideas and move on from there. And so I think that trying to withhold that information would cripple the game. So anything about watching opponent shots and getting new ideas, I think is a good thing.
No, like I said, like I agree with that too. So I mean, I think there's definitely pros and cons. Which way are you playing this? You bouncing over it?
Yeah. I don't really need.
I'm gonna see if there's enough room to. I'm gonna see if there's enough room to do the rough bump. I don't know if there is enough. Get in the hole. Okay. I'm going to explain my shot. As you see, this is full the power, and so I put my ball on the dark green, and then I make the line go to the hole. But I know that with the adjustment be too much, so I move here, and now I adjust the wind with the ring.
Yeah, I'll ask Raven. I will ask Raven. I need to do a couple more of my own streams.
Are there any other questions we've got going on?
I'm trying to pay attention. I keep getting distracted.
How many times have I told you to put your cats in the other room?
Yeah, right. I don't care for cats.
What are you getting distracted by, dude?
All my electronics.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And I'm also distracted by the chat. No, they're just talking about random crap now.
Oh. Like they're not even paying attention anymore. Ooh, we get to teach them how to play this with a sniper.
I don't know how to play this with a sniper.
Go down farther, land on the fringe. Nope, down farther, land on the fringe, and go a little to the left. I wish I would have gone first. Left, left, left. Okay. And then do a tiny bit of curl to the left. Tiny, tiny. There you go.
Ah!
Oh, be long enough. Yep, that'll be okay. Get in the hole. Oh, you just missed.
That's the stuff from Colombia. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tim had to correct them on spelling because they keep... Whatever.
Okay, Spencer, watch where I land this one with the sniper. I go full down, to right. Okay. See the fringe? See right here? See that?
I'm not paying attention, dude. Just take your shot. I'm trying to read their question. What do you think is the next big update? I don't know, Aaron. They got to do something at some point. But I don't know what it'll be. It seems like people have been saying Tortec 12 forever, so I'll believe it when I see it. Also, yeah, I can. So he's asking, can we touch on? Let's see. Can we touch on the run out woods and long irons? I don't know what you mean by run out woods and the long irons with 3 versus 2 backspin. Yeah, that would be. I can do some long iron shots with 3 to 2 backspin.
What is he wanting to know?
How far from the pin do you set? Oh, how far from the pin do you set your aim? It depends on the wind, Ollie. Are you talking about so like if you're doing a sniper shot, like where I'm going to place my ball guide?
You guys want to see something fun?
Brett, hold on. Can you get on Discord now?
Hang on, I'm gonna do something fun. Watch this.
That would be helpful, because I keep getting distracted. Alright, Ollie, I will show you. It totally depends on the wind. It's like totally wind dependent, and how much backspin to use, and he hopes they bring back the old Tour 11.
Oh. Hey, this is a good win, Spencer. You can smack the crap out of the curl.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna try and take it normal. Ah!
No, you should be fine.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. That's what I meant, Brett. That's why I was asking you.
Alright, here's some off-roader action. I'm not even going to adjust the spin.
Brett, did you get it? Yeah, Tim, we're on the same chat as before if you want to jump in, Tim. That would be great. I don't even know what happened, Aaron. I haven't even looked at my tee shot yet. But thank you. Thanks for letting me know it was good. Where did I end up?
Right before the bunker.
Oh, okay. Dunk it. Yes, dunk it. I'll dunk it. I'll try.
I'd also like to recommend full topspin. Crap, he's not going to do it.
Okay, so as this is like just ever so slightly headwind, I'm going to play it a little center cup before I make my adjustment. Nah! That was pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, you got a lot of great lefts going on.
Brett, are you getting in? What's going on? Or Tim, are you coming? Yeah, Tim's coming. Tim, do you remember how to get in the chat? If you don't, yeah, I can tell you how I came up with Valentia. You'll have to give me a minute though. Okay, so, who was it? Daniel. So this time, with this type of wind, I'll still play it where it kicks it right. I'll make my wind adjustment. And then I will give it a decent amount of curl because of the way that the wind is pointing. Finally hit it perfect. Yeah, Tim, you got to jump in the channel to talk to us.
It's a good shot.
Thanks, man.
In the hole. Get into hole. I've been to shop.
No, Valentia is the name. It's just a girl's name. It's from back when I used to play WoW. I had a Blood Elf mage, and I came up with the name Valentia. Uber nerd shit right there.
Uber nerd shit. Oh, it's still not enough.
Dude, you just gave me the achievement, win 1,000 shootouts.
Nice. You're welcome. On this one, there's a spot right in here that kicks the ball to the left.
Yeah, that's
that.
where I find. Yeah, I always hit there.
And then I go like 6 left and like 5 up. And then I find, like, you see this spot right here? Then I adjust the 7.4, which is about right here. Oops. And then I go over, and then I do about this much left curl. And it helps it kind of skirt that bunker.
He's asking, I'm sure they'd like to know how if you do it too. How do I plan?
Probably not.
How do I plan to take my next shot? How do I make my drive to plan my next shot? And yeah, Tim, I would kind of say that it's kind of dependent upon whether or not the wind is going to be the same for the next shot or not. But it kind of depends on, like, okay, so it kind of depends on what the wind is doing. Like, oftentimes in tour play, like, I'll make my decision of what drive I'm going to do based off of what the wind is doing. And I know probably everybody does that to, but I do notice when I do play on, like, the Road to Glory account, I notice people don't make the best decision making based off of what the wind is doing. They'll, like, for instance, on that one par 4 on this Tour 11, do we think that the wind should be consistent through the entire hole, Geoffrey?
Do I think that the wind should be consistent through the entire hole?
Yeah.
You mean like if you get tailwind off the tee, it should continue to be tailwind off the second shot?
They probably don't, John. They probably don't. Now I actually have to sit back down so I can take this shot. Yeah, he's asking the same direction through the entire hole, through the entire thing.
In reality, sure, but in the game, I think that it kind of mixes it up a little bit, and it keeps it interesting. I mean, Because there are some holes where you get headwind off a drive, like some of the longer par 5s, you get headwind, so you got to lay up and you're a little bummed that you can't vomit. But then your second shot is like some crazy tailwind, so maybe you can go for it. I think it just kind of keeps things... I think it keeps it mixed up, so I like the variable winds. What I don't like is something that happened earlier. There was the par 4 where you can bounce over the bunker that you and I played a couple holes ago, Spencer.
Yeah.
That you can go for it in one.
Yeah.
I had a straight, no headwind, no tailwind, right to left wind. And then it came to your turn, and you had like a 30-degree right to left headwind.
Yeah, I noticed that.
When I see a 20 or 30-degree difference, I mean, there's some par 5s, like the one where we go to the right and you try to clear the rough in between the two bunkers. If you have straight left or right wind and you get stuck in the rough, and then your opponent gets this your opponent gets some BS like 30 mile per hour faster, better wind, and
what are you doing?
they have a little bit of a tailwind to it. What
are you doing?
Trying something. I'm trying something. Yeah. No, I don't know if they tweaked the slope there. Because that wind right there where it's headwind, I could go forward down and full left and do some overpower, and it wouldn't bounce straight up in the air like that.
Well, as long as we're getting creative, then I'm going to try something different too.
Do it. I don't know. If we get tailwind on this hole next time, we should try to play the center island. But
it didn't work.
do you have full topspin on there?
Yeah, all you're right. The wind direction did used to be a lot worse than it is now.
Yeah, I mean it used to be a lot worse. Like I was noticing like 45-degree changes. But
It used to be up to 90.
Yeah, I mean crazy.
Before that update?
But yeah, it's just a real big bummer when a person can't clear and the next person gets 30 degrees of tailwind, and they not only clear it, but they clear it without even clipping the rough.
Go straight.
So I'm going to go full up, 3 right.
Yeah, Tim, the only place that I think that should have the exact same wins is the tournaments. I wish that they would fix that.
Stay there. Don't go the rough.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I like an inch, dude.
That would be crazy to see Chris Taylor stream with the old wins. That would be crazy.
Dude, I think that level of cursing would get his YouTube channel shut down real quick.
Okay, so I have always played the right side in tour play. I play the right side. And I'll explain why after I take this shot.
You realize the wind thing just happened again, right?
Did it really?
Yeah, you got about 30% more tailwind than I did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mine was a lot more right to left, and yours was more tail. What do we got here? Ooh.
Okay, so the reason that I play the right side is if you're gonna make if you're gonna sink the albatross, you're gonna make it from the left side. You're not gonna make it from the right side. But if you get headwind on this next shot, this shot that Geoffrey's taken and I'm about to take, the right side is a lot easier to deal with than the left side with headwind. And generally, even with headwind, you can still get an eagle quite easily on this right side.
I'll look into it, but I'm gonna have to hold my next shot. Crap. Good shot, Spencer.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that'll work. I think I'm only going to do a couple more. I'm getting kind of tired and distracted, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, dude. And what club do you have? The Falcon?
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, he says you should dunk it. Dunk it. Dunk it.
Watch. 5. 13. I'm gonna go here.
You don't need that much.
Yeah, that's alright. You want to go to shootout?
Yeah, I'll go to shootout.
I want to see if we get any, that last hole we did, that left to right, I want to... I've tried playing that hole from the left side a few times, but I suck at it. The best player I've seen at playing that hole from the left was Brent Daigle.
Ooh.
Oops.
Tim, come answer some questions before we get off. People will ask you some questions, I'm sure.
Great. Shut it down.
Oh, I love this wind. This is the best wind you can get, in my opinion.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right.
Oh.
Oh, you flew it. And you can't hit the top like that. It flies.
Yeah, I know. I just went too far.
So this is the reason I think this is the best win that you can get. Although you really need a less power ball to do this correctly. But as it's like perfect, almost perfect side wind, you really don't need to play it any past the hole or curl it at all. So I should just be able to hit this normal. Not hit it great on that side. That's bad.
It's still not in the bunkers, Spencer.
All right. Shut up, Brett. Brett, are you going to get in this chat? Because I'm only going to play a couple more. One of you needs to.
Is everybody ready for the tournament coming up?
Yeah, is everyone ready for the tournament?
Does everyone have their tournament prep plans?
I should be able to just leave it where it is. Oh, the 4-arrow thing. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I totally forgot. And this is a perfect shot to do it on, actually.
What's the question?
He's asking how I do my adjustments. I'll try and take a long time, like a long explanation on this next shot, Ollie. But I found it, just for me personally, I found it to be the most efficient. Because I tried the actual take shot rings adjustment method for a little bit. And I found this to be the most helpful for me. Fastest and... I think fastest is key. Because a lot of the time, like, taking a shot that you need to, like... Especially in Masters, you need to actually take your shot in time. I think it's more important that you actually get the shot, like, get what you want accomplished as quickly as you can too. Okay, so first I'm gonna do all my adjustments for where I think I need to. So I'm estimating that 10.7 is gonna carry that ball guide out that far. So first I'm gonna leave it there. Then what I do is the 4 little arrows that are blinking right now or moving right now, I stare at that spot. So right now, I've got my wind adjustment lined up. I'm going to stare right where I put my thumb just now. And then I'm going to make the adjustment. And hit the ball. And I was off on the initial adjustment. Carried it a lot farther. Plus, I didn't pull it all the way. I pulled it only 10. I figured we were short enough that it wouldn't matter. But basically, if that makes sense, that's what I'm doing with the 4 little arrows.
Okay. Okay, I do it a little bit differently. I get it to the hole, and then I go down about right here. And then I adjust exact rings. I'm gonna go 10.
Brett. Later, Brett.
0.6.
Do I keep your eye where you were, or where you move them to. I keep my eye where I am, and I'm watching the rings. I'm watching the rings slide past that point. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm actually making the adjustment. So I'm staring at the point that my shot was initially lined up at the entire time and sliding the rings past that point. So technically, I don't watch, like most people when they do a take shot adjustment, they are moving to their back ring. I'm actually watching my front rings. I'm not the main reason the reason that I watch the front rings is I think that they're more accurate. As you're moving, like if you're moving, okay, so if your club, okay, so like let's zoom in on this shot. So if I leave my club right here, right, and I watch my back rings, and I use my take shot button, my rings are going to grow as I pull it back this way because I'm at a more minimum length. So your front rings are actually more accurate, or vice versa. When you're moving this way, your rings are actually going to shrink. So if you're watching your front rings, you should have a more accurate adjustment. Is what I guess I'm trying to say. That was lucky.
Nice shot.
Oh, it worked.
I have no idea how you just played that because I was getting my kids to brush their teeth.
I'll do it one more time on this next one because I know that it's probably it's easier to see when you're actually doing it what I'm talking about, but the rings change size as you're moving in headwind and tailwind. They don't change size with sidewind. Sidewind is just whatever it is. But any amount of headwind or tailwind is going to change the ring size, which is why I think the take shot button. It's still effective though. You just have to then learn, like in a tournament, a different ring adjustment. It's all one of the same. You can, it's all 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. If you find a method that works for you, then use that method. But this is the one that particularly I've found that works for me. What's up, Fred? Welcome, man. Okay, so basically, we're screwed here. That's basically what we are. So I guess when I adjust this way, rather than trying to adjust this way and watching this side of the rings, I'm watching the rings slide past, which it doesn't really matter on this shot. I don't have enough distance as it was. Really? That doesn't surprise me, Ian. I didn't watch it. Yeah, that was what the tournament win was. You're right, Tim. It was brutal, too. Yeah, it was. It was a dead ball. All right, Geoffrey, I think this is going to be my last hole. All right, man?
That's fine. Oh, we get headwind on the next one.
Yeah, so there's no point in describing my shot. So I'm going to leave myself a thorn just so I can try and do another example of what I'm doing.
Well, I hope everybody had some questions answered by us.
Wait, what are you asking me to show you, Ian? Oh, this shot again? Thanks, guys. I appreciate the thanks. We will try and continue this at least once a week for another couple weeks. But I enjoy it. I'm tired tonight, so I'm kind of distracted, so I apologize for that. Okay, so this is a prime example of the thorn shot, and how I make my adjustments. So I always spin with the wind. I think spinning with the wind is the easiest way to avoid hitting the pin. What I mean is your bounce hitting that pin and rocketing off. With such a severe amount of wind, even though we're at pretty damn near min distance, I'm still gonna leave it probably about out here. Then what I'm doing is I'm staring at the 4 arrows, lining my screen up with the wind, staring at that point the entire time to the point that I hit 12, and then taking the shot. I hit it great because I was worried at time. And actually, I didn't need to adjust the full amount, but that's kind of... The reason I still adjust the full amount is usually in these higher headwinds with full backspin shots, they severely affect the bounce, even though you're at min. Yeah, Fred, no problem, man. Thank you. I did a full adjustment, Ian, and the only I didn't quite check. I must have been at like almost completely min. Otherwise, I think that basically what happens is when you have high winds like that and you're trying to yeah, it was a little over 6. Tim's right. It was slightly over 6. Basically, when you're trying to make a full backspin shot in the high winds, even at like a minimum length, the wind affects the bounce so severely that you usually still need to adjust full, which is meaning that you're actually over adjusting. But yeah, Geoffrey, do you have anything else for him before we go?
No, we're good. Just want to make sure everybody's ready to go for the tournament. If everybody feels good with their craft, then it's fine.
Yeah, I will. I'll be putting up some streams here probably shortly tomorrow, for Masters and for Expert and everything. But I appreciate everybody that came and asked some questions. Hopefully, we'll have you guys next week. I'll probably see you tomorrow if you're here for tournament streams. Again, I appreciate it.
Guys, please look for the threads in Elite and also on the 19th hole. We'll post them up so that you guys can do your questions there, because it gives Spencer and I some time to kind of look at popular questions or ones that a lot of people are asking and kind of prepare the answers so it's not so on the fly.
Yeah, we were a little disorganized after streaming last night.
I mean, Spencer and I, we've only done like 2 official streams. We've done a couple others, but kind of learning how to keep it on point and making sure it's good, it takes some practice. So what would really help is if you guys have questions, to post them ahead of time so that we can discuss them and figure out what our answers will be. And so we can say, hey, a question that has been asked is this, and we're going to show you this and this and this. We can kind of map it out and have some more structure to it so that you guys can just make sure that you're really benefiting from the streams.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Sweet. I will see you guys shortly, I guess, on the next stream. Have a good night, everyone.